Don't let 'em take my soul.
Not at all. Giannis is still relying on his athleticism and in their early 30s. It's time to start doing that now. So when you are 50 or 60 and you got a couple billion in the bank, now you could live comfortably and not have to worry about it.
Do you wanna know why I cry at night? Do you wanna know why I can't sleep at night? These niggas off, gon' take them out. 2 shots, pop, pop, take them out. Had a few ones try to take me out. Now I can't trust a damn soul. Own brothers against me. Should've never ever be the same. When a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, when a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, when a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, when a thug cry.
Welcome back, it's your boy Trillionaire Chuck, and this is episode 31. And yes, we got a lot to talk about. We got the beef between Tank and Floyd Money Mayweather, and it's getting heated. If you saw the Terrence Crawford fight last week, some stuff went down. You know, when it was asking about Floyd and Tank, mostly Floyd about his opinions and stuff. I think Tank has showed up. We're going to dive into that. We're going to talk about what Tariq Nasheed has said as far as him voting and what he's going to do, whom he's going to vote for. And then, you know, of course, the best. We always save the best for last. Relationship talks. But, you know, I ain't finna talk your ear off. Let's just get right into it. So, if you haven't been following, Tank and Floyd got some type of beef going on. Some people say it's because of money. Others are saying it's other issues, like the fame is getting to Tank head, like Tank is on top of the world. He feel like he can't be beat. So let's see what's really going on. So remember, in 2015, Floyd Mayweather signed Tank to Mayweather Promotions, okay? And then Tank grew famous. As soon as Tank grew famous, that's when stuff started happening. You know, tension started rising and stuff, right? Independence and control. So Tank wanted more control over his career, right? He wanted to be in control over his fights, the decisions, and the promotions, right? That too much didn't really sit right with Floyd. You know, Floyd wanted to manage him. He wanted to show him the ropes, how he can make the most money, you know, out of boxing like he did, right? Next was they disagreed a lot, and they did it in public, right? Normally when you're having disagreements with your agent or your promoter stuff, that's always like behind the scenes stuff. That stuff don't leak out unless you want it to leak out. But apparently things, when they were together out in public, it was a lot of disagreements and stuff, right? Tank felt underappreciated or restricted under Mayweather's management. So I guess he didn't like that Mayweather wouldn't allow him to do whatever it is he wanted to do. Again, he's trying to show Tank the ropes. He's trying to show Tank, you know, how to conduct himself, how to carry himself, what to say, what not to say. Tank ain't like that. Tank don't like that. Next is Floyd's public criticism. Floyd questioned Davis in his dedication and professionalism. So people know Tank did go to jail. They knew that, you know, especially when he got caught for speeding and he crashed I think it was his Lamborghini. He crashed his Lamborghini, got in an accident, and injured someone, right? Don't know the full story, but I do know he crashed Lamborghini and fled the scene, but then he later on, turned himself in, right? You're a professional. Can't be doing stuff like that. Floyd didn't like that because you can't be living your life on the edge, reckless and dangerous when you're in the spotlight. Okay? This the same thing I was trying to explain if she watched the show to Angel Reese. Like, Angel, you're in the spotlight. You can't be, don't be on stage with Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla. I get it. That's your era of music. But by you being in the spotlight, by the eyeballs being on you, they're gonna try to find every little thing to criticize and talk bad about you. And which they did. They criticized her game. They criticize how she acts, how she talks, all of that stuff. And, I was trying to be the first to be like, yo, you're in the spotlight, you gotta conduct yourself a certain way. But back on subject. Loyalty and allegations. So Davis felt that Floyd focused on other fighters instead of him. Well, this could be more of a jealousy thing because when you're running a promotion company, you have other people you got to attend to. Same thing when you run a business. You have others you have to attend to. You can't just spend a whole significant amount of time on one person. So that was more so of a jealousy thing there. So Tank probably got jealous and that Floyd didn't spend as much time, right? Because Floyd probably felt like he didn't need to spend as much time because Tank's career was taking off. But then when Floyd was trying to spend the time with them, Tank didn't like it because Tank felt like he wanted to be in control of his own career. Well, if you want to be in control of your own career, you can't get mad if someone is not, spending time with you. Like, what are you, 5? What is this? Daddy spending time with me. Like, dude, grow up. Come on now. Which one you want, Tank? Do you want the man to watch over your career, making sure you have a clean image, making sure that you stay out of trouble? Or do you want to grab the bull by the horns and do it on your own? If you want to do it on your own, then he's not going to pay attention to you no more. So that being said, but those are just some of the reasons like they're beefing. I don't necessarily think it's over money. I don't think it's necessarily Floyd got mad because Davis might have backdoored him. I think it's specifically just the reasons that I said right then and there. Now, let's transition. Let's go into the next segment. So, as you all know, Tariq Nasheed was on Vlad TV and he was talking about how he's going to hold his vote until he hears either the Democrats or the Republicans say something specifically for blacks. But don't take it from me. Let's hear what he had to say for himself. Play it for me one time.
Refusing to vote is a strategy
Yeah.
for black people.
Mm-hmm.
So are you not going to vote?
No, unless somebody comes with tangibles for us specifically, I'm going to hold my vote. I'm going to be very strategic with it. They got this whole thing where they try to shame us into voting. Black people, they don't do that to other groups. They don't shame other groups and say, hey, if you don't vote, you're not this, you're not that. They only come to us to shame us into voting, but they don't offer us anything.
Well, but is it because there was a time where black people weren't allowed to vote and actually had to sacrifice sometimes their lives for the ability to vote?
Right.
Other groups didn't have that.
Right.
Asians could always vote. Latinos could always vote. The Irish could always vote. But black people were barred from voting. So the argument is like, the ancestors literally lost their lives for this ability. Why would you not use it when you have it?
Right, but they didn't want us to vote for nothing. They wanted us to vote for a reason. They wanted us to vote to get something. After the 1960s, the politicians started to implement this benign neglect thing where they were going to make black people invisible and not even address black people's needs. They were going to use these real vague, ambiguous words like minority, people of color, diversity, and that gives the illusion that they're doing something for black people. And what happens is they start saying, hey, man, black folks, y'all come vote so we can get this minority bill going. And we're like, oh, cool. And then we go fight and go vote in large numbers. And then we see all of these other groups getting all of these tangibles. And we're like, hey, where's ours? And they're like, oh, we didn't promise you anything. We said minorities. That Asian woman is a minority. The gay white man is a minority. That person is a minority. So we're not playing that game no more. We want people to specifically address our needs as foundational black Americans because we have a unique experience here, just like other groups. And they make sure that they're taken care of. And we have been the voting bloc for the Democratic Party for the last 50, 60 years. So our needs need to be addressed.
I mean, certain, people like Candace Owens has done the whole Brexit
Yeah.
thing where it's like basically trying to get black people to leave the Democratic Party and to join the Republican Party.
Right. And that's not a strategy either, because the Republican Party, they're not really offering anything either.
Yeah, but it seems like Trump has had a plan to really cozy up to black people this time around. Like the fact that he did a rally in the Bronx and he brought out Chef G and Sleepy Hollow. Chef G, I believe, is on bond over some serious crimes right now.
Wow.
And then they went to Philly and he got this underground Philly rapper. And, it's like, he even said, and some people have even agreed with him, like Boosie has agreed that like him catching a felony has made black people more sympathetic to him.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
From his point of view. This is Boosie's point of view. This is not speaking for everyone.
Because a lot of the people on the Fox News crowd, they're like, well, yeah, black people like him because he's a felon now, and black people love felons. And that's
it's a racist
trope.
It's a racist trope, and I get that.
Right.
But I feel like beyond just that, people seem to like Trump a lot more this time around than 4 years ago.
Right. They do. And I will give Trump credit. Trump will at least speak to black people. He will mention us. Trump has said, hey, black people, they built this country. Biden has never said that. The Democrats have never really said that. See, Trump is saying a lot of stuff that we would like the Democrats to say. So when people try to say, well, damn, don't vote for Trump because Trump is a big old racist, I'm like, well, damn it. If Trump is a racist, what are you? You're not even doing what he's doing. And he's at least acknowledging us to a certain degree, you see?
Yeah, I mean, look, after watching that debate,
that was
and
brutal.
seeing Biden with his mental capacities nowhere near where they were 4 years ago during that debate, I don't see myself voting for Biden.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
Biden
I just
is
feel
gone.
like he's not lucid anymore.
Right.
Like, although they're similar ages, he's like senile at this point. And imagine 4 years ago where he's going to be.
Right. And what they're going to do, they're going to put Biden around a lot of black people. They're going to put him around a lot of black folks to kind of save him and prop him up. And they do that with old white people anyway. Old white people, when they get senile, y'all get rid of your old white people. Y'all send them to blacks. They always have black nannies and shit. So y'all.
Now, here's an interesting set of questions. Who did more for blacks? Was it Republicans or was it Democrats? Right? Again, I hate politics. I do. Why am I talking about something I don't like? Because it gets brought to my attention. I feel like it's a good topic. I feel like I should share my thoughts on it and then let you all decide for yourself, okay? So, let's get into it. So, we'll start off with the Republicans, right? Okay. In 1850s, they abolished slavery, right? Not Abraham Lincoln. Okay, Abraham Lincoln did not abolish slavery. I want people to really understand that. He was for bringing the Union together. That's what Abraham Lincoln wanted. He was opposed of slavery, and he was against it expanding in the North. Okay, but when it came down to saying, "Hey man, why don't we just get rid of it?" He was like, "I don't know about that. I don't know about getting rid of it, but I don't like it." That's what he was on, right? So the Civil Rights Amendments, they passed the 13th, 14th, 15th Amendments, which abolished slavery, granted citizenship to all born in the United States, voting rights regardless of race, right? Then the Civil Rights legislation was passed in 1960, supported the Civil Rights Acts of 1964, and Voting Rights Act of 1965 that ended segregation and voting rights for African Americans, right? So now, Republicans was mostly influential during the Reconstruction era the early civil rights efforts, early civil rights movements and stuff, right? Now, here's where so basically you got one party that is basically getting rid of slavery, giving African Americans the right to vote, and then ending segregation, right? That's what the Republicans were doing. So what the Democrats did, what they were doing was they came up with the New Deal program, right? Provided economic relief to African Americans, but they were limited because of segregation policies in the 1930s. Well, segregation ended when 1965, I want to say. So yeah, took about 30 years. So they brought that program in, but it excluded black workers. So yeah, it was a good idea. Don't get me wrong, it was a good idea, but there was still segregation going on, which stopped it. So the Republican Party, if they would have came out with that New Deal program, in 1966, then it's they would have had something, but they didn't. Okay, so civil rights movement support. So in the 1960s, they advocated strong for civil rights, and John F. Kennedy, he was huge in passing the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights of 1965. One might say if John F. Kennedy was alive today, he probably would be Republican. All right. Democrats, they came out with affirmative action. It was a policy to address systematic discrimination, improve opportunities for African Americans in education and employment. And then the Democrats was associated with the civil rights, social justice. The Democrats so later on in the years in the 20th century, the Democrats started embracing civil rights for blacks. So when they started to embrace the civil rights, that's when African Americans, the blacks, started going to the Democratic Party. White Southerners didn't like that. They started moving towards the Republican Party. The Republicans started focusing more on big businesses and limiting government, and kind of pushed the blacks, the voters, to the side, especially in the North. They were affected by this. So, that's what kind of happened. So it's Republicans kind of leaning away towards helping the blacks. And again, especially in the North, where it was a lot of poverty and discrimination. So they were backing off. Not to say they got rid of them completely, but they were kind of backing off for them a bit. And then the Democrats were trying to advocate and be equal rights, all that stuff. If I'm saying that right, they were for the civil rights movements. They was for that, and that's why white Southerners didn't too much like that. So they didn't want to be Republican. Now, history serves. The Democratic Party's role, though, back when the Republicans were abolishing slavery and, passing the 13th, 14th, 15th Amendments, the Democrats' role in the 1800s were associated with the South, who supported, I don't know why I got tongue-tied, y'all, I apologize. The Democratic Party in the 1800s was associated with the South, who supported segregation and disenfranchised the black voters. They were the Confederacy. So Democrats back then, back in the early 1800s, were Confederates and Republicans weren't. So early on, that's why some people would say blacks were natural Republicans, right? And early on, you had, abolitionists who were trying to abolish slavery. You had presidents and vice presidents who were opposed of it, right? But the Democrat Party back then was for it. Now, when they started, it's almost okay, Republicans were yeah, man, we don't want slavery. No, let's end that. Let's dead all that. Democrats no, man, let's keep it going. Now they're on. Democrats you know what? Yeah, let's end it. Let's end that. And Republicans are yeah, we been did that, but now we're trying to grow a whole business and everything. Oh, the blacks, yeah. I mean, we did enough for them. We got them freed. We gave them voting rights. So what else do they want? What else do they need? Like, we need to focus on these corporations and stuff. Like, we did enough for the blacks. And the Democrats are like trying to play catch up. That's kind of what it is. Like, they're trying to play catch up. From how I see it. But your thoughts, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Me personally, again, my vote goes to who's in my best interest. Who do I feel is gonna do for me? Okay. Now, with the whole Kamala and Trump, I'm not hearing either one of them say anything. In fact, I'm more against Kamala because she brought out, it's like she doesn't have a clue as to what's going on in society, because you wouldn't have brought Megan Thee Stallion out to open up for you. And we'll get into a little bit of that and later, but right now we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. This company is a scam. Do not buy none of their merchandise or products. Scam alert. Don't buy. Okay, we're back. So, let's talk sports talk. So, El Rashad. Yeah, he asked the question. He went on Facebook and he said, Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in the NFL right now. I don't know if, like I said, that's my guy. That's my homeboy. I rock with him. But I think, sometimes he just do things just to do things, just to have someone say something to him. So, we did who's the best quarterback in the NFL right now. We did over a span of 3 years. Who would be, arguably the best? Between Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and Dak Prescott. Okay, because I would have threw Brock Purdy in and Jared Goff. I would have, but I didn't have enough time. Maybe for the later segment. Nah, realistically, I'm tired of the whole Dak crap. I think the man is trash. So, but let's let the numbers speak. Okay, so is Dak Prescott the best quarterback in the NFL right now? Let's find out. So we'll do Patrick Mahomes, right? And we're basing this based off of team success, right? Fourth quarter comebacks, QBR, touchdown versus interceptions, passing yards, yards per attempt. Okay, we're doing it off of 5 categories, right? 5. All right, Patrick Mahomes, QBR, in 2020, it was 82.9. In 2021, it went to 66.4. 2022, 69.6. 2023, 67.8. Okay, so he's been on a decline since 2020. Now, passing yards. In 2020, he threw over 4,740 yards. In 2021, he threw for over 4,839 yards. And 2022 is probably where he threw the most because it was 5,250 yards. 2023, he threw for over 4,757 yards. Okay? His yards per attempt, though, 8.1 yards in 2020. 2021, it was 7.6. 2022, again, 8.1. And 2023, 7.6. Okay, so then we got his touchdown versus interceptions. In 2020, he threw 38 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. In 2021, he threw for 37 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. 2022, 41 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. 2023, 35 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. Okay. Fourth quarter comebacks. In 2020, he had 3. In 2021, he had 5. 2022, he had 2. And in 2023, he had 2. It's team success, right? 2020, he led the Chiefs to a 14-2 regular season record and won the Super Bowl. In 2021, he had led the Chiefs to a regular season record of 12-5, lost to the AFC Championship game. 2022, he led the Chiefs to regular season with a record of 14-13 and won a Super Bowl. 2023 led the Chiefs record to 13-4 regular season, but lost to the AFC divisional round. Okay, so that's my homeboy. Now we got Joe Burrow. His QBR in 2020 was 55.3. His in 2021 it went to 59.0. 2022 59.8. And 2023, 58.7, right? His passing yards, 2020 he threw for 2,688 yards. In 2021, he threw for 4,611 yards. In 2022, he threw for 4,475 yards. In 2023, he threw for 4,543 yards. Okay. Yards per attempt, he was at 6.7 in 2020, 8.9 in 2021, 7.7 in 2022, 7.7 in 2023. Touchdowns versus interception. So he had 2020 threw for 13 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. 2021, 34 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. 2022 threw for 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. And 2023, he threw for 31 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, right? His fourth quarter comeback, 2020, he had 1. 2021, he had 6. 2022, he had 4. 2023, he had 2. All right. His team success in the regular season 2020, Bengals had a 4-11-1 record in the regular season. In 2021, they had a 10-7 record in the regular season and lost in the Super Bowl. In 2022, they had a 12-4 regular season record, lost to the AFC Championship game. 2023, they had 11-6 regular season record and lost to the AFC divisional round. Now, Lamar Jackson. Okay. His QBR in 2020 was 80.4. 2021, 63.8. 2022, 56.4. 2023, 64.0. His passing yards, 2,757 yards in 2020. 2021, he threw for 2,882 yards. 2022, he threw for 2,242 yards. And in 2023, he threw for 3,053 yards. Right. I could tell you right now, just by looking at the numbers, Dak probably beat Lamar Jackson in passing yards, but we're going to keep going. His yards per attempt, so in 2020, it was 7.9. In 2021, it was 7.7. 2022, it was 6.7. And 2023, it was 7.1. Okay. Now, his touchdown versus interception. 2020 threw for 26 touchdowns, had 9 interceptions. In 2021, he threw for 16 touchdowns, had 13 interceptions. 2022, he threw for 17 touchdowns, had 7 interceptions. 2023, he threw for 20 touchdowns, had 5 interceptions. Okay. His fourth quarter comebacks. In 2020, he had 3. 2021, he had 4. 2022, he had 2. 2023, he had 4. Okay. His team success. In 2020, the Ravens went 11-5 in the regular season and lost in the AFC divisional round. 2021, the Ravens went 8-9 in the regular season. 2022, the Ravens were 10-7 in the regular season, lost in the AFC wild card round. And in 2023, the Ravens were 13-4 in the regular season, lost in the AFC divisional round. Now, let's see, QBR. Is it good to have a high QBR or a low QBR? Let's see. Let's just see because, yeah. As we're going to see here. 1 second, y'all. A high QBR rating. Good. Let's see here. So basically, the higher the number, the better. All right, here we go. Let's see here. So for QBR, if you're above, if your score 50 is average, 75 is pretty damn good, and anything below 25 is trash. So my homeboy was above 50, so my homeboy was average in QBR rating. Joe Burrow was average in QBR rating. Lamar Jackson, even though he doesn't throw the football as much, was average in QBR rating. The only time they were excellent was their first year, was in 2020 for Lamar Jackson and for Patrick Mahomes. Okay, now Dak Prescott. Y'all ready? QBR rating in 2020 was 76.8. Okay. In 2021, it was 69.8. 2022 was 57.3. 2023, 62.5. So let's see. Just his QBR. So in 2020, his QBR was better than Joe Burrow only. It wasn't better than Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes. In 2021, his QBR rating was better than Joe Burrow's and Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. In 2022, his QBR rating was only better than Lamar Jackson. And in 2023, his QBR rating was better than Joe Burrow, and that was it. So it was only one. So in QBR rating, Dak outshined Joe Burrow, right? All from 2020 to 2023, outshined him. However, in the years of 2020 and 2023, Dak did not outbeat Lamar Jackson in QBR rating. He did beat him in 2022 and 2021, right? So they're about 50-50 in QBR. Okay. Now, my homeboy, he ain't have a better QBR rating than Patrick Mahomes in 2020. He had a better QBR rating than him in 2021. In 2022, Patrick Mahomes beat him in QBR. And in 2023, Patrick Mahomes beat him in QBR. So it was only 1 year, and that was 2021. No, it was 2020. No, yeah, it was 2021 was the only year where Dak Prescott outshined Patrick Mahomes in QBR rating. Okay. Now let's do passing yards. In 2020, Dak threw for 4,902 yards. In 2021, he threw for 4,449 yards. In 2022, he threw for 2,860 yards. In 2023, he threw for 4,212 yards. All right. So now in 2020, he threw more passing yards than Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow combined in 2020. But didn't outthrow Patrick Mahomes. 2021, he outthrew Lamar Jackson, and that was it. Because, Joe Burrow outthrew him in 2021. In 2022, he outthrew Lamar Jackson, but he didn't outthrow Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow. In 2023, the only person he outthrew is Lamar Jackson. So passing wise, he didn't outthrow nobody. He didn't outthrow nobody but Lamar Jackson. So right now, he's losing to Patrick Mahomes in passing yards and QBR rating. So let's continue. Yards per attempt. In 2020, he had 8.4. 2021, he had 8.1. 2022, he had 6.8. And 2023, he had 7.3. Okay. So in 2020, his yards per attempt was better than Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. In 2021, his yards per attempt was better than Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and that was it. So in 2022, his yards per attempt was better than Lamar Jackson. He tied in 2022. Yeah, 2022. In 2022, yeah, he barely beat Lamar Jackson at 6.8 because Lamar Jackson had 6.7. But my homeboy had 8.1 and Joe Burrow had 7.9 yards per attempt. 2023, he barely beat Lamar Jackson with 7.3. Lamar had 7.1. My homeboy had 7.6. And Joe Burrow had 7.7. So yards per attempt, he beats out Lamar Jackson, in 1 year, 2 years, 3. I want to say all these years. In all the years, he beats my homeboy. No years. Yards per attempt, he beat Burrow. In 2020, that was it. All right. Fourth quarter comebacks. All right. 2020, Dak had 2. 2021, he had 3. 2022, he had 2. 2023, he had 3. So he had. Okay. So Dak Prescott had the least fourth quarter comebacks because my homeboy had 5 of them in 2021. Dak had 3. Burrow had 6. 2022, he only had 2. My homeboy had 2. Burrow had 4. Jackson had 2. And then 2023, Jackson had 4. 3 for Dak. 2 for my homeboy. So in this category, it was like, this is a category you probably don't want to have the most fourth quarter comebacks because you want to be stomping teams, but it does show how clutch you are. And he's not more clutch than my homeboy, obviously. Let's add up total how many fourth quarter comebacks. Let's see. My homeboy has a total combined from 2020 to 2023. 10, 12. Dak has 10. Joe Burrow has 13. Lamar Jackson has 6, 9, 13. So yeah, Dak probably has the least fourth quarter comebacks. Or he's tied with my homeboy. But not a clutch performer, but okay. Touchdowns versus interceptions. 2020, he had 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. 2021, he had 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. 2022, he had 23 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. 2023, he had 35 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. So, he threw, yeah, he threw the most interceptions in 20. Yeah, okay, so how many interceptions were thrown by Dak? He overall out of these three, it was what 21. No, yeah, 21, 36, 46. So we're gonna say a total of 46 interceptions he threw from 2020 to 2023. My homeboy threw what 25, 37, 33, 43. Jeez. He threw 43 interceptions, right? Some homeboy, Dak threw more interceptions. Burrow threw, let's see here, 24, 38, 43 interceptions. Lamar should have the least because he barely throws the ball. 10, 12, 12, 9, 30, 31, 32, 34 interceptions. So in this category, he doesn't beat Lamar Jackson. In fact, Dak threw the most interceptions. Right? So now let's see who threw the most touchdowns between these two. All right, Dak threw what? 30. So out of 46 interceptions, Dak threw 123 touchdowns, right? Again, from 2020 to 2023. My homeboy, he threw 151 touchdowns and 43 interceptions. I can't make this up, y'all. I can't. So, 24. Lamar Jackson threw 26, 16, 17, 20, 79 touchdowns. He doesn't throw the ball much. All right, 20. Okay. And then Joe Burrow threw 113 TDs. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so did Dak throw more touchdowns than Patrick Mahomes? No. Did he throw more touchdowns than Joe Burrow? Yes. Did he throw more touchdowns than Lamar Jackson? Yes. Did he have Did he have more interceptions than Patrick Mahomes? Yes, he had 46 interceptions. My homeboy threw 43 from years 2020 2023. Joe Burrow, he tied with Joe Burrow he threw more interceptions than Joe Burrow did and Lamar Jackson. So he has the highest interception thrown between these three. Let's do team success. In 2020, In 2020, the Cowboys' regular season was 6-10. 2021, their regular season was 12-5, and they lost in the NFC divisional round. 2022, their regular season was 12-5, lost in the NFC divisional round. 2023, their record was 11-6, lost in the NFC divisional round. So okay. With the most interceptions thrown, second in touchdowns, but he's fucking second in QBR rating, right? Yeah, he's second. Doesn't have much team success besides getting bounced out the first round. Right? He didn't win no championship. He didn't make it to the NFC championship. And his yards per attempt, he hasn't even thrown the most yards out of these three. Right. So yards per attempt, he is second in that category as well. Because he only outbeat my homeboy only in 2020, and that was it. With all that factoring, QBR, passing, yards per attempt, touchdowns, interceptions, is Dak Prescott the best quarterback in the NFL right now? Man, fuck no, man. What's wrong with you? Yo, El Rashad, bro. Hey, what are you watching out there? Huh? What are you watching? I don't know what it is they got you drinking in the army, bro. But stop drinking that shit. He is not the best. The numbers are there, okay? He doesn't have the highest QBR between these three, between Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, bro. He's behind my homeboy in QBR. He's behind my homeboy in passing yards. Come on, man. What? Y'all split him. He's behind my homeboy. Touchdowns versus interceptions, he's behind my homeboy. My homeboy not only threw more, he threw more touchdowns and had least interceptions than Dak. Like, come on, bro. He's not the best quarterback in the NFL right now. All right? I don't want you on the book saying anything about Dak Prescott being good in anything, okay? Shit. Now, fuck, he lucky I ain't put Jared Goff up there, because God, who knows? Who knows, right? Man, but we're going to take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
This company is a scam. Do not buy none of their merchandise or products. Scam alert. Don't buy.
We're back. Let's get into the last segment of the show, relationship talks. Okay, we're back. So, play that clip for me real quick.
And women today, like the modern women, they want the aesthetics of what a man is, but they actually don't want a man because they don't want to be submissive. And I know that's a word thrown out there. Women get scared of that.
Explain what you mean by submissive for those unaware.
Submissive as in respect. Being the peace, the calm, always, right? So if a lion is roaring, you have to learn how to quiet. You know, so it's just like women don't want to be submissive. Women don't want to be corrected. We're the only nation of women that say they don't need a man. And you have all these other nations, those women aren't saying that because they know the greatness and the importance of a man being around, not just financially, but for beyond that. It's beyond finances. It's for the structure. It's for the balance.
Okay. So, question. Why don't women want to be submissive or corrected by a man? For some strange reason, these modern day women, they don't want to be corrected. If a man is like, yo, that's too skimpy, change clothes, they get offended. You know? There's too much makeup on, get offended. When he's just trying to look out for your best interests. Why is that? Y'all ladies say y'all want a man to take care of the household, provide and take care of you. Y'all seen all the clips I've shown, right? From previous relationship talks that I've did. All of them are saying the same thing. It's like a broken record stuck on repeat, right? And yet, y'all don't want to be submissive. It's like y'all want to still wear the pants in the family, but y'all want to wear the pants in the relationship, but scratch that. Y'all want to wear the dockers in the relationship, but don't want to put in no work, or you don't want to lead. You hate leading, and you don't want to pay for stuff. But you have some hard reason of, if your man tells you to do something, you want to go against the grain. You want to go against what he say, especially in public sometimes. It's mind-boggling. And you know what I had an issue with Kamala bringing Megan out on stage? She is one of the women that said, we black women don't need y'all men for anything. And as a black woman, you're trying to get black votes. And the black household is already messed up. Yeah. You know, I can go on and on about that, but I think it's what I've been saying before. They feel they have this certain type of power and control, which is why they don't want to date a man that's accomplished or well established, because they feel that, because they have a hard time being submissive and they don't want to be corrected, and that's when they lose their value, or they feel like they're losing their value, right? When instead you're supposed to be the man's piece, make sure the man is on point, make sure the household is taken care of, he has a nurturing environment, because beyond finances that, you know, the man is good for is protection, making sure there's order in that household, making sure things get taken care of within the household, making sure there's structure. And that's the thing, women hate structure. They don't like that. They're adventurous. They want to venture out. They want to do their own thing. How many times, fellas, have you heard a woman say, I'ma do me, I'ma live my life. You only get one life to live, girl, live it up, right? They don't want structure. They don't want, hey, you know, you've been to 3 parties this week. Let's slow down on the partying, because we're trying to save and build for our kids, right? We're trying to submit our legacy, right? No, they want to still be in control. They want to try to run things, but yet they don't want to pay all the bills in the household, and they don't want to freaking make hard decisions when decisions need to be made. They don't want to do that. So it's mind-boggling. But play that next clip for me, please.
I don't think women really grasp the understanding of males. When a woman says, I have these dudes in my DM, yeah, you have a bunch of me's in your DM. And the personality of a man is, if you have a man, I'm gonna keep throwing him a rock. I wanna be number 2, I don't wanna be number 1. Because the fact you're giving me attention lets me know you're looking at this bait. I'd rather be a number 2. We already know what number 1. Number 1, you're the dude that you complain about to number 2. You're gonna complain about me to him. He knows about me, I don't know about him. You're giving him all the fun part of you. I'm dealing with the bullshit. You're getting all the cootie cat and that. Wow, no, that's what I want. I want the non-headache of you. So number 2s always love to just sit back and hey, yeah, I get to enjoy it. Those are the DMs. Everybody want to be number 2 in the DM. They don't want the responsibility of what you bring in. But women don't understand this. Why would I ever want to be number 1 after being number 2? I know what you're capable of. I hear your complaints. It's fucking same shit I do. Same fucking shit, ignore you. Don't do that. You know what I mean? If you want this dude on the side as a woman, you ignore him and say, I can't fuck with you until I'm single. But I'm gonna respect my man, even though I don't like this dude right here. I can't talk to you until I'm done with him. A dude will want you more because of that. If I can get you while you with a man, I don't want you.
Okay. So, here's yet another question. Do women really understand their men? Do they? Do you, lady? The guy who you are with, not the ones, not the multiples, no, that one guy that you're with, do you understand him? Hell no, you don't. Because you don't give a damn. You're only there for what he can do for you. You're not concerned about his feelings, because y'all women really be thinking, oh yeah, As long as I fuck him, he'll be alright. He'll be cool. They get that from the 50 other females that's walking around giving up the twat. Nowadays, in this Sodom and Gomorrah era, what? Y'all don't even know when a man is stressed. If he comes in the door with a smile on his face, y'all ain't paying attention to him like that. That's why I couldn't agree with this one video. I'm gonna post it in the next episode, but it was one video where a dude was like, men don't pay attention to detail like that, because a woman could come home, cook, clean, fuck after she just got done fuck with the next dude, right? That's a lie. We pay attention. We just don't call it out. We try to find concrete evidence. I do. I'm not gonna I'm like, okay, something's up, but I need proof, right? I need the proof. Yeah, and plus I can feel when something is off without a person telling me. And most guys probably have that intuition as well, you know. But she was like, a female come in, like the dude who always, like, they follow the routine. Like, guys follow routine too, but women ain't really following no routine like that, because they don't really care. They ain't really caring like that, right? Because, like, if you come in, go to the bathroom, that's your routine. You go to the bathroom, go to the kitchen, grab your snack, watch TV. But the next time you might come in, you might go to the bathroom, don't grab a snack, and go sit down. Something's going on. They ain't like that. They're not paying attention like that. Because if they was paying attention like that, they'll realize how the stuff that they doing is making dudes unhappy, which is why dudes is leaving them, right? Or not wanting to get married because they don't like the way that they're acting. Follow what I'm saying? And when do women and men be like, you know what, my partner doesn't like the way I'm acting, I need to change? When does that happen? When is that? They want to try to do that when it's too late. When they're one foot out the door and the other foot is slowly at the crack, about to come out, that's when they want to try to implement the change. But by that time, it's too late. That person's done already mentally. They checked out. They gone. So hopefully now, you know, y'all are starting to pay attention. Like, pay attention to each other. Not just, well, I'm good. Oh, he pissed, he upset, he's stressed. That's on him. Shit, I'm good. But, yeah, like you said, I used to have a thing called Sad Nigga Sundays. What was Sad Nigga Sundays? Everybody know. Hey, I want to be number one. Why? Because Gil said it. He like, the number one. And it's funny, I said this first before Gil, right? But that's my guy, so yeah. But I was the one saying, why be number one? He gotta listen to her bitch complain a lot, right? He has to deal with that. He still got to take care of her. He has to pay the bills, pay her phone bill. You know what I'm saying? Pay whatever bill she need paid stuff, right? He has to handle all this responsibility and deal with the headache, while the number two guy, the side nigga, gets all the good. He don't got to deal with the headache. But he dropped this one jewel on me. Little dude, the main nigga know, the friend that she talk about, that dude who she be like, yeah, talking on the phone with such and such, that's my friend. That's the side nigga probably. So yeah, the main nigga probably knew about me. I don't know who the heck he is. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I do know who he is, because she'll mention the dude name and how he fucked up. And then I'm like, oh, okay, well. And then I'll come in and just fill the void. But I don't have the responsibilities. I don't have to pay no bill. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to listen to her moan and complain. None of that. No, I get all the benefits. Just like the sexual or whatever benefit, food cooking he gets, I get them same treatments. I just got to deal with the headache part. So I'm cool with being a number two guy. The number two, the side dudes win. The main dude does not win. Right? You know, because women don't understand dudes. If they understood men, like he said, they understood men, they would, like, when a guy approaches, talks to him, hey, how you doing? You know, blah, 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 I want to get to know you. They'll shut it down quick. They'll be like, No, I'm good. I got a man. Me and him are on hard times, but I'm not finna cheat on him to mess with you. If me and him don't work out, then I'll come mess with you. We respect that. I respect that. Like, dang, what? I respect that. I don't respect women that's like, yeah, I got a man, but you can take my number down. What? We don't even respect it if a woman be like, yeah, I got a man. Wait, you got a friend? Let me see your friend. What? Thought you had a man. Yeah, but I still see your friend. Let me see how you look. Yo, crazy. That's crazy. Like I said, in a real relationship, she should shut it down. And that's why I have to tell myself, like, yo, I don't get mad at the dude trying to talk to my girl or whoever I'm with. I get mad at her because she entertained it. Because most of these dudes is fighting over women that don't really want them. Because a woman ain't going to put a dude in that type of situation where he's going to get locked up or he's going to get killed because his girl's out of line. You know, fellas, watch who you date. Straight up. But that's my show for today. It's your boy Trillionaire Chuck saying, always remember to love yourself and each other.